Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the RationalInvestor.com's Daily Brief Recap. Hopefully, YouTube kicks in here in a second. Is it gonna kick in? And here it comes. Daily Brief. Yay. All right, cool. So we're up and running. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Frivolity. School term is back in session, so I'm gonna try and tighten these up a little bit. Class on Fridays is actually at noon my time, so it's a little bit more comfortable. But no long, endless rants from Brian. Sorry, everybody. Anyway, today is, as I said there just a moment ago, Friday the 17th of January. It is Leap's options expiry today. And, of course, I put tweets out, and Kevin asked me whether I was going to talk about it, and I was like, I don't know, but here I am talking about it, so go figure. Massive call open interest here on the S&P 500s, and you probably see this right across the board in the stock market. And we did the math today, and frankly, I couldn't even believe the number that I saw. But if the S&P 500 closes at $330.05, like a nickel in the money, then this option automatically gets exercised. 227,802 contracts times 100, that's the multiplier, times $330, you do the math. This one option series has $7.5 billion on the line. $7.5 billion in one option strike price. Is there some incentive for the higher ups, the 1%? All the people in crypto absolutely hate with a passion. Is there any incentive for them to fuck around with this market? I'll let you answer that question on your own. So the point of the matter here is huge event here, a huge level, and we're trying to figure out what the hell these guys, their plan is. Sitting at 332 right now. Only got, 2.5 hours left. There's some serious money on the line here today. The interesting thing is we actually look at the way the stock market is positioning itself for 2020, and I actually think it's going to be an extremely strong year. So you wonder, what is Wall Street's motivation with that $7.5 billion strike, and what's going to be the ramifications going down the road? It's a tough one. January barometer, still charging higher. I get the feeling this is going to be an up stock market this year. We might see some, and I would have thought like 15th, 16th, middle of the month, we should have seen some give back, but nope. Is this all because of that Leap's expiry? I don't know. But this is a one-directional market, and it's quite shocking. And as we said, as January goes, so goes the year. So get ready for some insanity in the stock market this year, people. Risk on, risk off. Interesting to see the oil's actually trying to catch a bit of a bid here. I'm not overly impressed either, up or down. The market's got lots of room to move either direction. Interesting to see the bonds came off. We had econs come out today, relatively okay, nothing shocking, and yields moving up a little bit. Housing market was a bit weak, but it looks to me like we're stuck in a bit of a trading range now on the bond market. And of course, I think the stock market's got to cool down here a little bit, but if it doesn't want to, it's going to be awfully hard for the bond market to get any money thrown at it with this runaway stock market. And also, too, you can imagine, right? Rising stock prices, that's growth, inflationary, all that kind of talk. That's not going to help the bonds. But nonetheless, we're at a very interesting apex here on the bond chart. And I'm still short, so I'm just going to sort of sit there for the time being. I might lose money on this trade if this thing pops up higher, because keep in mind, it is an option. The gold market, as I had sort of said in recent videos, I don't really have a trade here on gold per se, kind of like the oil. We're kind of like almost stuck. You could see we could easily rally a good 50, 60 bucks to the upside. We could easily lose a good $80 to the downside. I was very interested in hunting shorts on gold stocks because they're starting to get up into really interesting areas. We see Barrick here just underneath its reload short zone against the original outside downside key reversal. I had made mention yesterday that I was really focused in on Newmont here, and I was going to watch the price action up in this reload zone like a hawk. And notice we've rallied right to the trend line. 78.6 is, and look at the little red candle that we're painting here now. So we might actually get a nice little inside bar failure, maybe even an empire top or something along those lines. If I see that Monday, then odds are I'm probably going to be going and buying puts. So let's see how this looks. We might find Monday morning they just gap the gold market higher. There is no failure. There is no trade for me. But we're definitely in trade location right now, so I'm getting like super spidey sensed. We also have a really almost like textbook, what we call a MACD histogram kiss, where in essence the MACD histogram comes back to the zero line and then rolls over, right? Kind of like this here, that kiss right there. It's not the best example. Just trying to show you just really quickly. And of course, whenever you want to find one, you never can. Here, this isn't a bad one. So double top breakdown, come back, kiss. Well, actually, that's not a very good one either. I'll leave that for today. If anything, maybe I'll make it a weekend project to show you what a kiss rollover looks like. We might also even pop up through the top here, and if RSI does not go to new highs, then we might even paint divergence here. If we do go to new highs, though, then I'm thinking head and shoulders, and this is going to need a lot of time to develop. So, as I said yesterday, and I still feel it today, I'm like literally spidey sensed right now watching these gold stocks very, very closely. And we'll see what happens. The setups are setting up, and really that's all you can do as a trader is you just have to wait for your setups to come in. If the setup fires, I like trade locations. I like markets that are extended. I like markets that are in divergence, and now I've got a lower time frame location. If I start getting structure, I've already got divs. If I start getting structure here, then I'm starting to get a setup that's gelling. It isn't there yet, but it's coming. Like I said, it might not set up, and I might not do a trade here. That's just trader's life. Anyway, moving on. One area of the market I absolutely love, and of course I've been touting this for quite a while. I don't know if anybody ever listens to me. And remember, I'm not here recommending you do anything. I'm just telling you what I'm doing with my money. I got just insanely bullish of Norboard OSB, and actually the Kavarkinator helped me understand what the hell OSB is because I'm not in the construction industry and I didn't know what it was. Now all I see is oriented strand board everywhere now. Anyway, that's probably the word or phrase of 2019 for me. Oriented strand board. Regardless, and really I bought this big blue chip stop for my retirement account, and I like the paper business. I think it's washed out. I think lumber looks good. And these guys pay a fat dividend, so what the hell? I mean, for your registered account, why not? And I've been slowly hunting and just probing and looking for other forestry names, and this one popped up. RFP. What the hell's the name of it? Resolute Forest Products. But I mean, look at this trade. It's beautiful. So this guy's already gone, and I mean, I can't complain. I got nothing to complain about there, that's for sure. And now here comes a new double bottom. Are you going to participate? It's up to you. You know me. I went and bought the W. So, and believe it or not, actually, I could very realistically see this stock double in price from these levels. So, super excited about the forestry sector, and that's the sector of stock market I wanted to show you guys today. Heading on over to the corn, and the general message on the site was, should it really surprise us to see that maybe we're going to see a little bit of stally come in at these levels? You can see the head and shoulders objective was hit, doink. You can see good old Mountain Man. Might be hard for you to see with the yellow line. Good old Mountain Man, 61.8 fib. Doink. We know that's an important number. And we can also see this was the original market structure failure level. So there's probably a lot of people, of course, that FOMO bought through this. And we're just like, oh, God, just get me out. Please get me out. And in a weird sort of way, I still think there's a bunch of bulls trapped up in this wick up here. But there are probably a lot of people through this event here that said, gee whiz, if we can ever get back up to this original M, that's where I wanted to be short. So if we get up there, either, liquidate my longs because I bought through here, or I actually even want to get short, it shouldn't surprise us that we're seeing a bit of traffic right here. Also, too, on the profile, you can see here is the POC, what they call the point of control. There's kind of a valley in here. And, all profiles, if you ever see the profile look like a square or even like a rounded parabola where everything is filled in, then the market has fully explored a range and it's ready to explore a new range. I may make the argument here that there is a lot of unfinished business all through here that needs filling in. So that means that we could literally just play in this huge area back and forth as the market finds buyers and sellers to fill the profile in. Also, too, and I've been talking, broiler chicken shows and all those kind of things at length about the simple fact that, these are the daily charts that I like to show you. 200 period moving average. There's that Mountain Man level again. There's the original market structure. And 200 period moving average. Doink. Major resistance. Ethereum looks like it's got a little bit further to go, so that's good. And you can see Litecoins even coming up as we speak and charging up to that 200 period moving average. So, again, does it surprise us that resistance should be coming in up at these levels? No, not really. And, we not only was this 200 period moving average, but if we change this to a weekly chart, it was also the 30 period weekly moving average sitting up there. So, it shouldn't shock anybody that we're running into a little bit of resistance up here. Have to check in with my Deribit peeps and see whether we got any fills on our call options. We bought them down here on Ethereum, and of course we always have a general rule: sell half when your asset doubles in price, get a risk-free trade going forward. So we'll see. I might be reporting that we've established a risk-free trade on this here shortly, but we'll see what happens. Open orders to sell halves on doubles working regardless. The only other thing I'd leave off with you here today is just simply the idea that as long as I think it's a good idea for anybody who does play the altcoin market to put these shit perp indexes. I actually have to say that's half the reason why I left these on the screen, for your little summaries, is every single day I have to swear at YouTube, and I'm not swearing. Well, maybe I am swearing, I'm not. But it's a symbol. So bullshit. And I'm not swearing. Or am I? I don't know. Anyway, the point of the matter here is as long as these things are pressing higher and painting higher highs and higher lows, then I don't think it's a good idea to be calling tops on altcoins. As soon as these things start emming out, then we'll know that the frivolity is done. As we were getting this video ready for you guys, Kevin and I even mentioned the fact that I even said, hey, CIS has come down into my buying window. Does anybody want to join me? And then notice, boop, I'm out of there. So, and then if you actually look at something like a CIS on a US dollar denominated chart, it looks even better. And look at that chart. I mean, this looks like a lot of the stock charts that I get excited about. If we just do simple 50% rules, I'm not looking for new highs. I'm just looking for just a nice, simple technical retracement. Very natural move. Nothing rocket science here. That's 5.4 cents. And here we are, and I'm long from... Well, I don't know what the math is here, right? I'm long from there. But the long and short of it here is, holy moly, have these things got a lot of a lot of room to move up. So, I can't reiterate the statement enough. Build your plan. Figure out what type of risk taker you are. Figure out what sort of gets you to act. Act appropriately. Try to remove the mistakes. Keep in mind, a lot of new people to trading, that's where they fail, is they just make too many mistakes. And take advantage of this season, people. My hunch is by the time we get to May, June, July, all the public's going to be rah crypto, and prices are going to be substantially higher. And I want to hear from you guys that you banged out lots and lots of doubles on our way up. And then once we get into the summer, then you have to have the patience and discipline to cool your jets and wait for the whole thing to roll over and do it all over again next year. So that's pretty cool image to leave our conversation off with. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Don't make recommendations. I just simply tell you what I do with my money. And hopefully you can see why Brian would be wanting to be long down here. Okay, guys, why don't we leave it at that? Have yourselves a great rest of your day. Level 2ers, I shall see you in about an hour and 20 minutes. The school is officially off to the races. Dun, 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 dun. Q1 2020 TRI School has begun. Woohoo! See you later. Bye.